we have only one thing left to close the season. That is the big finale, the marathon. But first, you have to qualify in a good position. Hello everyone, I am Mark and welcome to the qualifiers for the marathon here for the first to close the first epic and really good chapter of this championship. That was the RLI Season 1. Guys, I'm so excited for this. We have a three-way battle with three titans in this season. That it was the Sweeties ones, Little Riders, and also the Coastal Crushers. But we are going straight here to the qualifiers because this is going to be a very interesting one. And we have a Q1 format, and we're going to start with this Vermilion Velvets here. We also have a Q2. So if you finish in the top 8 here based on time in the track, because this is a qualifiers, of course. Oh, the Vermilion Velvets, they got stuck, but well, they are going to lose a lot of time here in this track. You can really get caught in some parts of this track, but backing off from what I was talking about, if you finish in the top 8, you are going to the Q2. That is also based on time, but probably because you'll be really more. Oh my god, the Vermilion Velvets are struggling so much. That is a terrible time. 35.365 is going to be the first time, but I don't think they are going to remain in the first place. But Wise Watcher is going right now. But okay, trying to finish from what I was talking about. If you finish the top 8, you're going to the key 2, and also in the key 2 you have to get a pole position. You have to get also the best time in the track, but you'll probably get a more adapted to this course. So the times might be a little better than in this Q1 here. We can see the Vermilion Velvets, they definitely were not adapted to this track. So that shows why they had a terrible time here. Oh, Wise Watcher is losing sometimes in the Gravitex. That could be a problem for them. But yeah, 34.230. That is going to be a P1 for now. Citation Choir is going right now. The last two teams, we are going to. We're going here in the reverse championship order. So Vermilion Velvets and Wise Watchers are in 16th and 15th respectively in the A-League here in the overall standings. Citation Choir not much better, only in 14th in the overall standings with 2 bronze medals for their career. Their season was definitely not great, but they have shown some likeness here, some flashes of that can promise maybe a better season 2 if they qualify, because they can get into the top 3 anymore. And that is a beautiful Gravitex, and that is a beautiful time, 31.849. Citation Choir really far ahead of all the teams so far, almost 3 seconds ahead of the Wise Watchers, and more than 4 seconds ahead, actually almost 4 seconds ahead of the Vermilion Velvets. Sea Dragons are going right now. In other teams, this team actually, they did a solid job in the early parts of the season, especially in the first half, but their second half haven't been the greatest. They really fall here. Now, of course, they show why they fall. They fall all the way down to 13th in the overall standing, so not looking good for the Sea Dragons. And this time, oh my god, they really get caught in this hexagon in the Gravitex. 35.375 by 1/10 of 100 of a second. They are going to finish behind the Vermilion Velvets. So Sea Dragons in last so far. That is not good. Also, you can see in this in the graphic here that of course, if we are going to have in Q2, so the team in the middle part of this Q1, we might see some teams falling here to the bottom 8, and these will be marked into a red color in their position, and the teams that is guaranteed a Q2 participation are going to be marked as a green color. So Prismatic Roses are having a pretty decent run here. That is a 34.232. This is going so far to a 3rd place so far. I mean, in the middle of the pack. Not very great season so far also for the Prismatic Roses, but they have 3 medals here in this season. None of them are a gold medal, so let's see if they'll be able to catch their first ever gold here. Clay Shooters are going right now, another team that don't have a gold medal in this season. And they have 2 silvers. They just got a silver in the last event in the collision. Let's see if they can continue with this great momentum here. Oh, but they are losing so much time here in this green funnel. I don't know if this is going to be a great time for them. Not looking that great. They are struggling in some parts of the hexagons and the Gravitex as well, but a good final part gave for him a 34.592. Not the greatest for the Captain Glaciers. Let's see the captain of the Jazzernauts, another team that really fell off after a great final two events for the first half. They got another medal in event number 10, that was the traction rush. But other than that, it hasn't been the greatest second half for the Jazzernauts, showing that their season was really inconsistent. They had a terrible first few events and got 2 gold medals to close the first half, got a bronze medal in traction rush, but other than that as well, it hasn't been the greatest results. And so far their time is looking okay-ish, I think, but they are losing so much time again to the hexagons, and the vocalist captain of the Jazzernauts only 34.68646. Now the Ivory Impact here, the last team of the bottom 8. So we can see here they had a pretty decent season, as I can say for that. They are really doing the middle of the pack. That's why they are in 9th place overall. They have 2 medals, a gold and a silver, but a really consistent overall. They had some really poor results, especially early in the season. That's why they dropped a little, but they are trying to make a comeback here. They're gaining also 4th place in the last event. Let's see what they'll be able to do. And they are not struggling so much at the Gravitex in 32.067. That is a 2nd place position for the Ivory Impact, the first team that really closed here. That come close to the Cetacean Choir. Beautiful time that they had here. And from now on, we are going to see some teams falling to the non-Q2 zone. So Sea Dragon, especially the team that is literally in that last, they will have to be so lucky that every single team here in this second half of the Q1 finish behind them so they can guarantee the 8 Q2 appearance. But Golden Protectors are going to try to finish in the top 8 here, at least in this Q2, because you have just to finish in the top 8, because it doesn't matter their position, because in the Q2 is going to be as well based on time, so you can change their position. So Pollen Protectors, they are going to knock the Sea Dragons down to 9th place. So Sea Dragons, the first team eliminated here to the Q2, so they are not going to appearance. They are going to set their placement depending where the other teams finish. So Cetacean Choir also the first one to guarantee their appearance in here in the Q2. Let's see what the Shimmering Sunburst can do. Of course, Pollen Protectors I forgot to mention, but they had a pretty decent season so far. 8th place for the team is pretty decent. A lot of 5th place finishes for them this season, but anyway, Shimmering Sunburst have 3 medals as well. They had a pretty nice result, but last event there was a terrible showing for them, and they have a pretty decent final Gravitex section here in 32.293. This is going to knock now these Vermilion Velvets here to a non-Q2 appearance. So good for the Shimmering Sunburst so far in 4th place. Now the Glowstones here. The Glowstones have a wonderful second half of the season so far. I mean, all of their medals practically was from the second half. They got a silver early in the season in event number 5, but their first half wasn't the greatest. But the second half definitely a really much improvement for the team that struggled in the first few events. But a beautiful entrance in the Gravitex, and not struggling that much in the hexagons, putting them in the 3rd place position, 32.240. Great time here for the Glowstones. They are also guaranteed that they are going to be in the Q2, just barely here, but they are still going to guarantee that. With the Ivory Impact, I forgot to mention, they also guarantee their Q2 appearance, but you can see in the graphics. Also, that means that is, I think, the Jazzernauts are not going to be in the Q2. So, Starship Speedsters now, a team that just got in their first ever gold in an event number 14 in the Team Funnel Descent. After a beautiful performance there, but not the greatest result in collision. They are going to try to bounce back with maybe another gold for the team. That could be a decent result for them, but they struggled so much in the Gravitex, and that is a disastrous time. 35.710 straight to that last disastrous run for the Starship Speedsters here. Not great by their member here that is competing for Astral. That is not good for the reserve. Caudalie Coalition are going to try to not do that the Starship Speedsters did, but and trying to make it into the Q2 here would be great for the team. So let's see what we'll be able to do. Oh, they are circling here this great funnel. Let's see if they'll be able to get a good Gravitech section. They drop here. Oh, beautiful entrance, like the glowstones here. And they're actually trying to get better, but oh my god, 32.942. This is not going to be a top, not going to be the glowstones here. But still a pretty decent position for them. But they are not exactly guaranteed. Actually, they guaranteed a Q2 appearance here. Luna Outriders are going to try to beat their teams. Now, importantly here, we have the top 3 still yet to run. That is one of them are running right now. That is Luna for the Luna Outriders. Luna Outriders having a very inconsistent season as well. A team that started so strong in the first half, but lost some momentum in the middle of the second half. But trying to recover here with 2 medals that they got in the event 12 and 13th. Luna are having a pretty decent Gravitech section here. What is their time? 33.141. That is a pretty decent time for them as well. So also we can say Glaciators here are already in the danger zone. They are not going to go to the Q2. Same with the Prismatic Primroses as well are not going to the Q2. Coastal Crushers, now the current runners-up of the season, are going to try to make it into the Q2. That would be really important for them because the Luna Outriders are sitting in a pretty decent position to make into the Q2 because they actually already guaranteed a Q2 here. So let's see if the Coastal Crushers can also guarantee their seat in the Q2 position. And beautiful! Oh my god, that was a really fast appearance here in the Gravitex. But it's only 33.764. Coastal Crushers are in the bubble. They are in 8th place. So the Swifty Swans, the championship leaders, are going to, if they make a better time than the Coastal Crushers did, the Swifty Swans are going to the Q2 and the Coastal Crushers are not going to the Q2. White Watchers are also in the danger zone, so they are not going to the Q2. But oh my god, this is going to be important. Will the championship leaders are going to the Q2? They have a okay-ish green funnel. They not circle that much. Oh, a bad entrance into the Gravitex. This is going to cost them. Will this be enough? That is first place, 31.527. Swifty Swans, the championship leaders, are in the Q2, but not only that, they lead the Q1 here. Coastal Crushers are eliminated, importantly here, but still they can do a great result in the final race and win the championship. But it's going to be hard for them. But oh my god, we are going to start now the Q2 positions for the Coastal Crushers, Wise Watchers, Prismatic Primroses, also the Glaciators, also the Jazz Juggernauts, Vermilion Velvet Sea Dragons, and the Starship Speedsters are already decided. So only the top 8 now can battle for the pole position in this. Going to the medal to the marathon here, to the race that is going to be released tomorrow. So importantly here for Luna, they are starting here first because they finished just on the bubble for, and oh, this is going to be a really mediocre time here for Luna, 35.672. I thought the times would get better, but apparently their time was worse that they got in the first Q1. They got a 31.140, 141, remember, in the Q1, but that is definitely not an improvement for them. Let's see what the Cosmic Coalition can do. They also finished 7 here in the Q1, so will they be able to improve their time and finish in the better position here? Let's see. They had a pretty good. Oh my god! They almost kept the minor green funnel. That is a different type of funnel actually. And they had a beautiful Gravitex, 31.370. That was what I was talking about. That is definitely an improvement for them, and actually that beats the time for the Swifty. So that is definitely the current time to beat for the Cosmic Coalition. 4 seconds ahead of the Luna Outriders. Luna Outriders had a problem. They had a problem here in this track. They didn't get a good time here in this Q2, but Shimmering Sunbursts. Oh, they got stuck! But they are going to get free themselves. But oh my god, this is going to be a disastrous time for the Shimmering Sunbursts. They need to recover here. They need to get to have a beautiful entrance here in the Gravitex, and also a great entrance. Like the Cloud Coalition had, and they had actually that a pretty decent entrance to the Gravitex. This is going to be maybe a decent time for them. Actually not. 35.973. The moment that they got stuck really killed all the momentum that they had in the final parts of the track. Pollen Protectors, they finished 5th here in the Q1. Let's see what they'll be able to do here in this Q2. They got a 32.274, remember, in the Q1, so let's see what they will be able to manage to get that here. They are circling here in the green funnel. Oh, they are losing a bunch of momentum here, I think. Oh, but they finally dropped to the green funnel. And oh, they circled so much as well. Not the greatest entrances here in the Gravitex, but a final good stretch, 33.847. That is currently good enough for a second place for now. Glowstones are going to try to be that. They finished 4th, of course, with a 32.240 in the first Q1, in the first qualifying performance. So let's see what they'll be able to do in the second here, and try to get a pole position. That would be important for the Captain Emerald here that is running. Let's see what they'll be able to do. Let's see, they are circling here in the green funnel. Of course, the Lunar Outriders and the Coastal Coursers, talking about championship, the competition for the win here, they have to get a good result here, and the Swift ones just struggle so much, but so far it's not looking good for both of the contenders. Let's see what these ones can do later here. But Glowstones 36.481. That was a poor time for the Glowstones. They couldn't manage to improve their time, only finished P5 for now, but I doubt they will continue in P5 position. The other 4 teams that finished the top 4 for the Q1 would have to struggle so much to get a worse time than them. But let's see, Ivory Impact, everything can happen still. Ivory Impact managed to get into the Q2 with a pretty decent position of 4th place. It is a pretty decent result for them. Let's see if they will be able to improve their time. They got a 32.067. Let's see what they'll be able to do. Great Gravitex here for the Ivory Impact. Oh, a last bump into the Hexagon. Oh, that was not a great time. 36.478. They bring back here in the Gravitex, but they lost so much time in the funnels. That could cost you as well here if you circle so much in the funnel. So you have to circle the less, you have to circle really fast here to the funnels, and not circle that much like the Cetacean Choir are doing here. Jesus Christ, that is not looking so far good for the Cetacean Choir team that finished 2nd in the Q1. Will they be able to improve here? But so far it's not looking good. Oh my god, Cetacean Choir are losing so much time in the green funnel. And they are now circling as well here in the other green funnel, going to the Gravitex. Oh, they are bumping in all the hexagons. Hey, what a disaster for the Cetacean Choir here. After getting 2nd in the Q1, they are going to finish last here. P7 so far for the Cetacean Choir, 38.557 for the Cetacean Choir. This is a disastrous time for them. I don't think the Cetaceans are going to do that bad than the Cetacean Choir. So I think it is guaranteed the Cetacean Choir are going to finish in that last here. Only P8 for them to start the marathon. Is not the greatest, but could have been worse for them. But so the Sweeties ones are going to try here to get a better time. Actually, to take the pole position, because the Cottonwood Coalition are so far in the greatest positions to get a pole position, almost 2 seconds ahead of the 2nd place. But the Sweeties ones are having a beautiful Gravitex once again. But oh, they get caught in a little Gravitex, and that is not enough to beat this Cottontail Coalition that is going to take a pole position here. Swifties ones are going to start in a row number 2. But oh my god, Cottontail Coalition, what a magic time that they had here. Jeez, Swifties one is finishing 2nd, Luna Outriders finishing P4, and the Coastal Courses, the other championship contender, in only 9th place. Going to the marathon, this is going to be interesting. I will see you there. Goodbye.